Dear brothers and sisters, let me take this opportunity to welcome you again into this session. And today I was actually privileged to come across this wonderful video script. And it was very interesting to see President Nelson meeting with the Pope, that is the Catholic leader. And I thought when the president actually met the Pope, and I thought, the prophet has met the Pope, then definitely the Pope must be reading the Book of Mormon right now. You know, the Pope must be reading the Book of Mormon right now. And it was very interesting to know that the prophet actually had visited Rome, and that they were able actually to discuss some of the things with the Pope himself. And I've been always following President Nelson, you know, ever since he was an apostle. And every time he will meet these great leaders, he will definitely leave them with the Book of Mormon. That is exactly an absolute thing. He will always make sure he leaves the Book of Mormon with them. And definitely the Pope was not an exempt. Definitely he must have actually left the Book of Mormon with the Pope. That one is definitely. Okay, so let's just, without further ado, let's just watch this and see what exactly really happened when he met Rome and when they visited Rome. Let's.
We had a most cordial, unforgettable experience with His Holiness. He was most gracious and warm and welcoming. We talked about our mutual concern for the people who suffer throughout the world. We want to relieve human suffering. We talked about the importance of religious liberty, the importance of the family, our mutual concern for the youth of the church, and the need for people to come to God and worship Him, pray to Him, and have the stability that faith in Jesus Christ will bring to their lives.
We explained to His Holiness that we work side by side, that we've had projects with Catholic relief services all over the world, in over 43 countries. We've been shoulder to shoulder as partners in trying to relieve suffering and trying to help people that are struggling.
We gave to him a miniature replication of Thorvaldsen's statue of the Christus, and he gave us a gift of his declaration on the family. What a sweet, wonderful man he is, and how fortunate the Catholic people are to have such a gracious, concerned, loving, and capable leader.
For me, the moment when President Nelson actually embraced the Pope and they gave each other a hug as we left was everything.
And a greeting in Spanish.
Everything.
He's a dear, wonderful, humble, competent, gracious man.
Yeah, as you can see, that is the most interesting thing, you know, when the Prophet Nelson meets the Pope. Definitely, I know the Pope will be reading the Book of Mormon right now. He will be reading the Book of Mormon because I've been following President Nelson ever since he was the apostle. From the time I joined the church, read his history, how he actually contributed so much into the medical world, especially as a heart surgeon. And I took interest in knowing exactly what he does and all that. And one thing I ended up realizing, that every time he will visit a place or visiting any prominent leader, could be a president of a country or any other organization, he will definitely leave with them a Book of Mormon. Definitely will leave a Book of Mormon there. And I know right now the Pope must have read the Book of Mormon. The Pope must have read the Book of Mormon. And that is the key thing, what President Nelson always does when he visits with such prominent people. He lets them know about the church, he lets them understand what the church teaches, and then finally he leaves with them the Book of Mormon as a gift. And that is one of the greatest thing that I know. And we can see here from this visit what we can learn. And I think those who do not understand the church, they need also to learn this. Is that our church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, is a good neighbor to its other organizations. It does not actually belittle other organizations. It does not actually discriminate or criticize other organizations. And that is why even in our church meetings, we are always counseled that we do not criticize other churches, especially on a Sabbath day. And we can see it right from the prophet himself. Like he's building that mutual relationship with other organizations. Okay, despite the fact that we know what we have, we know the truth, we know what the Lord has revealed in our time, we understand the powers of the priesthood, but we do not actually demean other organizations. We do not demean them. We do not criticize them. But one greatest thing is that we partner with them in crucial matters that can actually be able to save lives, and in crucial matters that can actually be able to better other people's lives. And this one has been seen worldwide, like in Uganda here, there is one of the humanitarian aid that the church partnered with Catholic to be able to provide vaccines to Uganda refugee camps. And definitely also in Kenya, I've seen it, the church partnering with different organizations, including even Muslims, to be able to bring to pass the welfare and human aid to people who may need them. And especially I've seen them doing these projects both with the UN and with the UN and with even Red Cross, and the church has done a lot of marvelous thing. And this one should also be known that the fact that the church is able to do that with other organizations, okay, it doesn't mean that we are compromising our beliefs with those organizations, because when it comes to our beliefs, when it comes to the principles of the gospel, we are very cautious and we are very strict when matters to do with principles and gospels are brought forward, because that is where now we thrive in actually sharing what we believe in. And you can see most members of the church are always happy when you ask them about their church, when you ask them about what they believe in, they are always happy and they're very eager to share what they actually believe in. And this is because of the spirit we see actually being replicated from our leaders there. Our leaders are able to partner with anyone in the church. Like now you can see in the world, of course. And now we can see how the prophet is actually, meeting the Pope in Rome, meeting the Pope in Rome to establish that mutual relationship and great partnership, so that at the end of the day, okay, that the people may want to learn more because of our kindness and because of the light that we radiate with them. And this is one of the greatest lessons that we can learn, that we need to be kind to each other. We need to be more kind. We need to be more loving. We need to be more diligent, and we also need to be more spiritual. And that is what we are taught LDS means. Okay, apart from just Latter-day Saints, but it means more deeper. It has a more deeper meaning than just Latter-day Saints. Okay, it has more deeper meaning, and it means that we need to be more loving. We need to be more diligent in our doings, and we also need to be more spiritual and provide service to those that need it. And we can see what President Nelson there is actually doing. And to our dear friends who may feel that the church is not good enough, to those who may be the forefront in criticizing the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I will invite you just to reevaluate your thinking and rethink of your decisions. Try to think of your decisions and reevaluate what you are doing, and ask yourself, if truly you think you have the truth and what you are doing, will Jesus Christ do this very, very things you are doing right now? Okay? If you're so much vocal on internet or on YouTube, criticizing and speaking evil about other people, do you think that is how Jesus Christ will do? Okay? Do you think that is what Jesus Christ will do? Even though you may claim that some of us are devil worshippers and you are the one that is actually worshiping the true God. But do you think the character you are replicating, the character you are showing us here, is it a character that the Lord will justify of you doing that? Okay? No. Because Christ said, love your enemies. So if you consider, I don't think Latter-day Saints are enemies to anyone. But if you consider us as your enemies, then you need to love us more. You need to love us more. You need to extend hands or a hand to us and all that stuff. Because you can see the arms of each and every Latter-day Saints is opened to everyone. We are extending a hand of friendship as replicated in this picture here. You can see the prophet is extending the hand of friendship to everybody. Everybody. And you can see when he greets the Pope, it means that he's extending a hand of friendship to a billions of Catholic followers. You know, billions of Catholic followers. Okay, he's extending that hand of friendship and fellowship. So, do you want to tell me a devil worshipper will do something like this? Yeah. So I don't think so. I don't think so because unless maybe some of us don't read scriptures properly, I don't think so. So this is one of the greatest symbols that I've learned that as members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we need to be more friendlier. We need to be more loving and extend a hand of fellowship and friendship to everyone around us. And this is a great lesson that we can learn from the prophet. And I know this is true. And I know the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is actually truly the Lord's church. And Russell M. Nelson, he's actually a living prophet today. He's being used of God, and the Lord actually is revealing his great work to him. And as those revelations that he receives, he's able to direct the church on what is supposed to be done. Otherwise, thank you very much, my dear brothers and sisters. And I hope I'll see you next time. And God bless you. Thank you.